अभी हम लोग मेटा ऐड में कहाँ चुक रहे हैं? अभी उसको ठीक किया ना, ठीक किया, अभी करना है।
वो मेथड का ऐसा है कि वो जितना रन होते जाता है ना कंटिन्यूस, उतना वो उसमें एआई रहता है, वो अडेप्ट करते जाता है।
तो 300 डालो ना, अभी एक एक लमसम डाल
मैं
के।
डेली डेली 300 डाल रहा है।
तो डेली डालें। इधर एमएस टिक अटेंड कर रहा है ना, अच्छी
हम्म।
बात है। चलो, और कौन है?
2 मिनट, यहाँ स्क्रीन शेयर में थोड़ा सा इशू आ रहा है का ये स्लाइड शेयर नहीं हो रहा है। हाँ, वाह, स्क्रीन शेयर।
इधर एमएस, इधर का मालूम नहीं। इधर का देखो, एंटर करो। हाँ, वो अपना
बैंक वाले।
इधर का।
Hello, sir.
हेलो। हेलो।
हेलो हेलो, हाउ आर यू सर?
Fine, fine.
Just in another 5 minutes I will start.
No problem, sir. Take your own time, sir.
And tomorrow we are coming ना?
Yeah, yes, sir.
और भी कोई आज ज्वाइन करना बोला अभी?
No, you have to come tomorrow. Already I'm promoting it.
No, that okay, that's okay. If today anybody wants to join, you can recommend them.
I've not told anybody, sir. Is it open to everybody? I don't know. You send me personal this one. I'm join the group and I'm there.
Okay, okay. चलो स्टार्ट करो।
हेलो। हेलो। हेलो।
कैन यू हियर मी?
Are you guys able to hear me? Hello. Just give me a minute. I'll start the recording. Yes. So, a very, very good evening to everyone. Welcome to our session. Uh, Today is 23rd November and it is 5 p.m. We are at Dombivli and we are about to start the session. All you have gone through the ads through which you have came to our session. So you would have known the name of today's speaker, Mr. CA P.V. Hariharan. So I'll I'm here to give a short interview. So I'll give an short brief about his contribution towards society and his goal. So first of all, he has been a as you know, he is an chartered accountant, CAPV Hariharan. So he has been into the practice in chartered accountancy, and he has been helping the people and business to grow for more than 40 years. So he has a practice and experience of 40 years, I would say, into the business, and he had helped many business individuals, companies to grow, to achieve their business goals, even proprietors and individuals to achieve their life goal. With this, additionally, he has been a teacher also. So he has been guiding people uh, to through his professional experience, and along with his teaching skills. Uh, uh, so he has been touch in touch with younger generation, and he has been guiding them also. Along with that, he is an vastu consultant. So he is able to monitor someone's life and able to guide him in a bigger perspective. So, with this short intro, I would like to call our today's speaker, CAPV Hariharan. Please, sir, come on desk and you can start the session. Thank you. Thank you once again. दो ही है participant. दो है.
Good evening to everybody. Myself, I am thankful to Afaq Khan, who has traveled all the way from Kalyan, which is 10 kilometers from here. It's a holiday, but still he decided to come and assist me. He's my student. He was my article student who was doing articleship under me, and now he's working for a private limited company. And he has come all the way to set up to do the setup for the webinar. and it's always a teamwork, and I always believe in taking the support of my team. So first of all, thanks to him, and thanks to the all the participants who are there to attend the webinar. And in the era of digital transformation, this is the only way where we can reach many people for for building our business. And since insurance, the opportunity for insurance is humongous, so I thought I should join Prism Academy. I joined it in the month of December. Now, by next month, it will be 1 year. By the end of December, it will be 1 year completion. And I am joining this Prism Academy and conducting the webinar as a student who is in training for 3 years. This how in the way the articleship is done for 3 years. In the similar way, I take this learning and earning as a 3 years process for 1,000 days. So, I am also in the learning process, and through that I came to know that if you have to reach many people, because since this is a business, and once it is a business, if you are running a close if you are running a close entity, if you only confined to family, friends, and relatives, the thing is you will end up with the organic lead. So whether it is physical or whether it is digital, whether in both the mode, you have to go out of the comfort zone and reach the people. And our Prism Academy is helping us to go out of the comfort zone through the digital mode. And so I have chosen this digital mode, that is one to many, as in webinar, to reach people. And my niche product is, I am coming to the main subject. My niche product is business risk and protection. Business risk and protection. Why a businessman should protect himself, and what is the risk? Business risk is always involved, and what is the protection he should take? Now, business risk, when we say in business risk, there are three types of risk. One is the asset risk. On the asset side, which you have, if you are holding an asset for a company, that asset has to be insured. Then you have the loans. If you have taken loan, that is also you must have pledged your property and taken the loans. Again, in case of eventuality, that is also a risk. And the third risk, which is most important, is the economic life value of the human being. That is known as human life value. This is the risk where I am going to take you. And as far as asset risk is concerned, it is covered under GI, general insurance. And as far as loan is concerned, when you take a loan against a property, naturally they will give you the loan only against security or against your profit and loss financial statement, that is profit and loss account and balance sheet. If it is sound, then only they will give you the loan. So either way, a businessman takes a risk, and businessman, when he takes a risk, he is also taking the risk for his family, because his family is dependent on his earnings from the business. So again, his economic life value or human life value is what is to be considered when you talk about the business risk and protection. And it is in this perspective, I am coming with this PPT on Keyman Insurance. The headline is Keyman Insurance. And then you can read it as with e-touch. Okay, I will touch upon that. It is a product of the company. Nothing to worry. Here is an example that sets the ball rolling for the PPT. On the one hand, you can see with the blue shirt is the person who is a salaried person, who is the petrol expenses for a salaried person and for a businessman. The cost of petrol is different for both the cases. And why this petrol price is shown is, in the case of the petrol price, for the salaried person, when he pays the petrol price, it is out of this earning of his income. So straight away, there is a burden. It will be, suppose the petrol price is 30%, it will be 100 plus 30. So 100 plus 30, that is, he has to pay the tax on that. And for a businessman, when he pays the petrol price, and he can debit it to P&L account, and he can reduce, and you can claim the expenses under his profit and loss account. So Similarly, for the insurance premium, when insurance premium is paid, the premium is to be paid out of the income that he has earned, whereas in this case, before he earns the income, that can be debited as an expenses in his P&L account. That is before he earns the income. After that is when he earns the income, before, on the gross income, these petrol expenses can be debited, and on the net income he pays the tax. So just as petrol can be debited to P&L account, insurance premium can also be debited to P&L account. And whereas in the case of a salaried person, it is clearly out of his pocket. I have earned the amount, and out of the earning I have to pay. Right. The next slide will give you uh, the the differences. It's self-explanatory. So, for a businessman, it is 72 rupees, and for a salaried person, of course, the rate which is calculated 27 and 31, you forget that. Even if I take 27, it will be 127, and for it, and the businessman, it is 72. So there is a difference of at least 50 on every liter expended, right? So for a salary man, it will be done, any expenses out of his income earned, whereas for a businessman, before the income is earned, the expenses can be charged to his P&L account, and out of the net taxable income, you have to pay the tax. So that difference will always be there at every point of time. The reason, if you ask, is a salaried person does not take risk. The risk is taken by his owner, whereas in case of businessman, the risk is direct to his own, and it is his business risk as well as his family risk. He is there, the business is there, he is there, his family is there. Next. Yes, the welcome news. For a businessman, the insurance premium can be debited under Section 37(1) of the Income Tax Act. Now, it is a welcome news because if your profit is at the slab rate of 30%, on the premium paid, you can save 30% tax. If it is at 20%, you can pay 20% tax. So, depending upon the income tax slab, whether it is 10%, 20%, or 30%, the tax relief is humongous. I'll clear it with the later examples. Now, the vehicle for the Keyman insurance is the term plan, right? And this company, the company is Bajaj Life Alliance. The picture that is given is a Bajaj Life Insurance, and the product is eTouch, and the product's name is eTouch, and this is a term plan. Term plan is no profit, no loss basis, right? Next. Now starts the explanation. The beneficiary and professor of the Keyman is the company entity. First of all, we have to know who is a key man for a company or an entity. And once we are thorough with the definition or the scope of the key man, then we can find out how it is to be covered. Employee in a key position. Now he is talking about a salaried person, CEO, Chief Administrative Officer, or CFO. That is, in this case of, it's a professional firm. Or in case of a family-run firm, employees working at a key position in the business whose services contribute substantially to the success of the business. He can be a key person, even the company's partner, that is the partner of the partnership firm, the director of the private limited company, or the director of the LLP can also be the key persons because they bring their intellectual capital. If any person is bringing the intellectual capital, whether is a whether it is a owner or whether it is an employee, and if the owner feels that he is a key employee person, then they are defined as a key man. I hope I am clear up to this. Am I slow? Am I audible? This we have covered. And I'll be sharing sharing in the YouTube, which you can share it to many persons after the webinar is over. Next. The benefits which are given in the slide is 4, but through ChatGPT I can give you 25 benefits. I'll share it later. So that you can use that tool, please. This one. It safeguards the business against the untimely demises of the key person. So if a key person dies, this key man policy can safeguard the business in case of because you have to find a replacement for the key person. Then the tax benefit, as I have explained in the section 37(1), and if you have taken the loan and the property is pledged, right, it acts as a guarantee on the death of the key person. The most important point is keep the company share stable in case of death, because if a key person is an employee, there is no problem. If he is an owner, then there is a share. That share has to be given to the family of the person. So there will be a disstability or there will be an imbalance in the shares till you find a replacement person, right? So all this can be kept intact. Then the cash flow of the company is safeguarded. The business business is taken as a going concern. There is no risk of the company discontinuing, and there are many other benefits which I can give you 25 benefits apart from the 6 benefits I have given you. The main is the continuity of the business as a going concern, and the cash flow, which is a disruption to the company on the eventuality of in the eventuality of a key person leaving the company or death of the person, that can bring a disruption to the company, can be avoided or stopped. Right? I will give you 25 benefits separately, and all this PPT will be shared in the YouTube, which you can rerun it and learn it, and at the same time you can share it to many people so that they can also learn the how to pitch in for Keyman insurance. Or if the person who is sitting here is a participant, he can buy from us. Next. Now, this takes you to the shareholding of a Keyman. If a person is Keyman, he's substantially contributing to the business of the company. The cardinal point is his share in the company should be less than 51% of the company share in case of a professionally run company. And in the case of a family run company, the total held by a keyman, that is putting keyman and his family put together, should be less than 70% of the company share. Right? So in case of family, up to 70%, they can hold the shares, and in case of professionally run company, it should be 51%, and the family includes spouse and minor child. So this 51% and 70% should be borne in mind. It should be less than that, and that has to be established to the insurance company by the entity which is taking the insurance on the key persons. And the last point is, while you say that he is a key person, that is the proof of that, the proof that he is a key person and is playing a critical role in the business, that has to be established by the entity to the insurance company through the insurance consultant or the recruiter. The recruiter or the insurance advisor has a pivotal role to play to see that whatever information he gives to the insurance company in good faith should establish that the keyman of the entity is a keyman in real sense. Right? It should not be a fake one. Please play the role of a super specialist or a MD in the case of when you are going as a person. Next. Now comes to the document part. Once we know who is a key man, what is the stakeholding of the office in the company as a family run person, as a family business, and as a professional run business. Now is the key man insurance checklist. This is most important because normally we get stuck up in the paperwork. And let me inform you kindly that there are only 12 to 15 papers which you have to take care of. In case of one minute, I am just holding on. अपना इसमें मैं अपने बैठ
हाँ चल
sorry for the break. And Cayman insurance checklist. There are 12 to 15 documents, as I was saying. In case of ULIP, you have to only take PAN and Aadhaar card and nominee. Here there are three, 4 documents. Here you have to take 12 documents. And in case of employer-employee, it is still 20. But we have the habit of taking documents. In case of tax audit, we take 50 There are 50 points which you have to cover. So for us, it is a cakewalk. So let us go to the checklist, please. The proposal, the Keyman insurance checklist is the proposal form. The entity has to be the proposer. Entity means partnership firm or LLP or private limited company. They have to be a proposer. Proposer means one who is willing to take the risk of the keyman and who is willing to pay the premium on behalf of the keyman. Keyman can be the owner and keyman can be the employee. And the next one is the resolution from the board of directors. Resolution in case of private limited company or LLP, and in case of partnership also they have to pass a they have to have a meeting in the partnership firm and give the resolution under the seal of the company or under the seal of the partnership firm that this concerned person is a key person. Resolution है ना, उसको प्रस्ताव बोलते हैं हिंदी में, बराबर है, and in English it is said as resolution, and that has to be given by the entity to the insurance industry or into insurance company through the insurance advisor or recruiter who is a super specialist acting on behalf of you, and the keyman annexure. This is the annexure which is given by the insurance company. That annexure has to be filled and given by the entity to the insurance company. Next. So this is a four documents. Now 4 plus 5 is 9 and 9 plus 3 will be 12. The memorandum and article association of the company, that is a master document, has to be given by the company. And in case of partnership firm, it is a partnership deed. And when you are giving the master document, that will give the shareholding patterns of the family run company or the professionally run company. Because it can be family owned if it is a company also, and it can be family owned in case of partnership firm also, and it can be a professionally run company in case of partnership firm or in case of company also. And the last 3 documents are very important. The audited accounts of the company for the last 3 years, or that is financial statement, profit and loss account and balance sheet, plus the income tax returns computation and the acknowledgement for the last 3 years. Mind you, when you are covering a key man, you should be profitable for the last 3 years. That is most important. If you are not profitable and if the company is newly set up or if it is less than 3 years old, let us not do. And if it is a loss-making company, you should not go for the scheme and insurance. You cannot propose the scheme and insurance to the entities. And the KYC of the beneficial owner of the company, KYC of the beneficial owner of the entity. What is the KYC? It can be PAN card, Aadhaar card, right? Next. So 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 3, 2, 12. Maybe with the changes of the time, it can be some, if we can check with the companies, it can be the additional proof also. So मोटा 12, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 15, मोटा 15, कम से कम 12. Now, the proof of the employment and role, this is relating to a key person, because the key person can be a director or partner who are the owners, or it can be the key person who is an employee. So if it is an employee, even partners who are taking salary is also an employee in that case. The Form 16 has to be given by the entity to the insurance company, or it can be a bank statement of the last 6 months. Ideally, it should be Form 16 for the last 2 years. That will be better. And the proof of remuneration from the entity. That is, the amount should be credited to his bank account, and that statement has to be established that he is being paid. Form 16 itself is conclusive proof, and followed by the income tax for the last 3 years. Form 16 and ITR with computation of income. Last 3 years or 2 years of the Keyman insurance, income proof, computation, as well as the acknowledgement, as well as the Form 16 from the employer is enough. And the Keyman profile justification. That he is a Keyman should be established. As you said, that can be established through the resolution that is given by the partnership firm or the insurance company. Right? I'm just waiting for the slide to move on. I have
थोड़ा सा लेक्चर चालू है। बैठ के चलो नीचे।
उसको खाली बता दो इंस्ट्रक्शन क्या कर रहे हैं।
इधर फ्रंट में है ना?
हाँ नहीं, इधर ना, इधर लगाने का ना आपको।
हाँ, एक्चुअली लाइट ऐसा लगाना कि फेस पे ये आना चाहिए। आपको हाँ, मतलब क्या हो रहा है, वो लाइट से ना पूरा चेहरे पे अंधेरा आता है कैमरा में। अच्छा, लाइट ऐसा लगाना है कि यहाँ पे फेस में ही है।
Next, continue. Now, I am coming to the main thing, that is a frequently answered question, or what runs in the mind of an employee, what runs in the mind of the entity, or what runs in the mind of the insurance advisor while he is going to cover for Keyman insurance. Right? So this frequently answered question will already handle the objection which is going in the minds of the insured person, or the person who is going to be insured. That is, in this case, the company who is going to cover the Keyman, they have the questions in mind, or even the insurance agent or the advisor or the recruiter will have this in mind. That can be answered by this frequently answered question. So यही सवाल का जवाब है. Keyman insurance is an insurance taken by a business entity on the life of the significant employee whose service contributes substantially to the success of the business. To compensate the financial loss it may suffer due to the death or illness of the employee. ये परिभाषा तो मैंने पहले भी कवर किया है. The person who substantially contributes to the success of the business is a key man, and in case of his death or illness, whatever the company suffers a financial loss, to offset that loss, that loss will be given by the insurance company to the company, so that it will be able to tide over the difficult period till the time the person is replaced or substituted, whether it be a owner or whether it be a employee. Who can be a proposer in the Keyman insurance? Proposer है, who will take the responsibility of the Keyman insurance? कौन जिम्मेदारी लेगा Keyman insurance का? In case of company, अगर वो LLP है, प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी है, it will be taken by the company. कौन प्रीमियम भरेगा? Who will pay the premium? The entity. The purpose is to protect the business. Not only to protect the business, but to protect the economic life value of the owner, or the economic life value of the key person, who is a key person, who is having a family. Right? And the death benefit has to go to the company, and company only until the policy is assigned. Because the company is taking the policy on behalf of the keyman, they are paying the premium, the benefit has to go to the keyman. क्या बोल रहा है? रोड खाली यहाँ लाइट आना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट.
आपका बिजी है ना इसके
हाँ ठीक है, आप चालू करो ना, मेरा हो जाएगा. टाइम क्या हुआ?
5:36.
हाँ, मेरा 15-20 मिनट में हो जाएगा. ये ऑल इंडिया बेसिस में जा रहा है. हाँ, नेक्स्ट
हो गया निकाल.
नेक्स्ट 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 स्लाइड.
आप कर लीजिए.
नहीं है, ऑफिस में हो ना. ऑफिस में वो बैटरी बैटरी डालने के लिए तो लेना जो और आपका खर्चा होगा जब से मैं दे दूंगा लेकिन कम से कम बैटरी तो चलेगी नेक्स्ट स्लाइड नाउ इन द केस ऑफ अ पार्टनरशिप फर्म हु इज अ की मैन खास आदमी कौन है पार्टनरशिप फर्म में इन केस ऑफ अ पार्टनरशिप फर्म द पार्टनरशिप फर्म इज अ प्रपोजर who will pay the premium the entity will pay the premium why because it has to safeguard the business and its family फैमिली को ध्यान में रखो बिजनेस तो है बिजनेस तो रहेगा बिजनेस बिजनेस में तो बिजनेस अगर आप नहीं हो तो आपका फैमिली नहीं है and that benefit to the go to the partnership firm I am talking about key man the key man is always related to the protection for the family जो आपके बिजनेस के पीछे छुपी हुई है राइट सो प्रोडक्ट्स अलाउड इन की मैन इंश्योरेंस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट अगर की मैन इंश्योरेंस है तो एक ही एक प्रोडक्ट अलाउड है दैट इज टर्म इंश्योरेंस you cannot make profit out of the product but there is a good news for employer employee insurance in case of employer employee insurance you can cover you can take any type of you can sell any type of product and cover for employees that is a beauty but in case of keyman it is only term plan whereas in case of employer employee insurance but this is not my topic today in employer employee insurance you can take any product market plan also you can take you can take traditional plan you can take term plan you can take rop also and cover your employees. For the employees, they have the larger heart, but for keyman, they are specific also. So that is important. Next, it is something which I give value addition, because this is not my subject today. Now, because it is always better to have flavor, to add something better, something more when you are sharing. Now, the maximum term under keyman insurance. As I said, in case of closely knit family, in case of a professional firm, the maximum maturity age is 65, and in case of a closely knit family, the maximum age that is allowed is 75. Because after 75, the cover is not given, and in case of a professionally run company, after 65, it is not given. The main point here is you have to notice you have the exit option, which I will discuss at a later age. You can quit at the age of 61, you can quit at the age of 71 to up to 74 and remove a coverage and get your entire premium back. That's the beauty of these policies. And then during the active period of the business, your family and your business is covered. And once you are past the prime age of 60, so you are a senior citizen, and if you are not able to run the business or you hand it over to the legacy to a new generation, you can quit and bring the young generation. Their premium will be low and your cover will go, and you can whatever you can go for an exit policy, and whenever there is an exit, you can get the entire premium back. That is the beauty. Wow. Next. There was one more. There was one more clause. Are premiums paid by the company treated as perquisite in the hands of employees? Premium paid by the company entity till the stage of assignment. If the ownership is with the company, no question arises. But when the ownership is handed over, the ownership is assigned to the key persons. They leave the company, or it is the policy is handed over to the key persons. Then naturally, and if they are alive, and once they take the compensation, that will be treated as perquisite and will be taxable in the hands of the key person, or it will be taxable in the hands of the company once the term is over. But in case of death, the trigger point, in case of death, the treatment is different. In case of death of the key person, the compensation will be non-taxable in the hands of the employee. Right? And if the benefit is going to the key person, it will be not taxable in the hands of the employee. And in case of the company, when the death occurs and the ownership is with the company, in that case, the compensation will be taxable, even if it is a death or even right, because and that compensation you can at one point of time it will be taxable, but it can be spread over a period of 5 years, and you can place it in the that is that 100 compensation you get, you can spread it over 5 years at 20%, 20%, 20%, and pay the tax at 6%, right? And you can spread over a period of 5 years. But in case of company, the compensation will be taxable in the hands of the company. But once it is assigned to the employee, it becomes an individual, and once the death happens, it is the compensation, the legacy which goes to the family will be tax exempted under section 10(10)(d) of the Income Tax Act. Right? What would happen if a key man leaves the employment? Once the key man leaves the employment, the company will decide to close the key man insurance policy, or it can have the option of assigning it to the key man. That is absolutely left to the discretion of the company, depending upon this, in what ecosystem he is leaving the office, whether he is living with the with a goodwill or with a ill will. Depending upon that, the treatment will be given to the key man. Right? Next. Now this is a selling story. 2 crore of insurance for 30 years per person. The premium is 42,717. And if you take the calculation, it will be 0.021. Huh? Now this is important. Yes, calculation. Calculate. I am demonstrating it lively so that I have shown you the emotional part of it, why Keyman is to be taken. Now comes the logical part of it, because it involves money. You can take round figure also, so that you will not be stuck up. Percentage को reduce कर percentage में करो.
21 paise.
It is 21 paise. 21 paise है, not only 1 paise. बराबर है. अच्छा, 21 paise. And if it is for 10 years, it will be 2 rupees, right? 2 rupees. And for 30 years, it will be 6 rupees. So you are covering your 100 rupees economic life value at 6 rupees for 30 years. If you are an age of 30, if you are an age of 40, it will be about 20 years. It will be for an age of 50, it will be about 10 years. There is no harm for taking the protection. A small premium for a big cover, and that also your life. Because your family will be there without you and with you, and without you also there will be expenses. With you also there is an expenses. I'm focusing on the family. And whatever loans you have, that will also be paid. The next one, 5 crores. 1,52,000 for 10 years. This fellow is of 40 years, so he will be paying for 20 years. This goes into the screen, na? Sharing. I'm interested in that. So this is the logical part, because we are more concerned with the payout, what goes out. Here it is 30 paise for 10 years, for 1 year, 3 rupees for 10 years, right? And 6 rupees for 20 years, because he can take up to the age of 60, or he can go up to 65 also. 9 rupees, right? So for 1 year it is 3 rupees, 2 years, it is 9 rupees for 30 years. And for 35 years it will be 35 years के लिए देखो, 65 तक करेगा तो it will be 12 rupees, I believe. हो गया मेरा?
हो गया?
10 मिनट हो जाएगा. 35 years ना, तो 35 आएगा ना. 35 years it will be, because the person who is 30, no, actually it should be 25 years, not 30 years. 25 years करो, 25 years. और 25 years का आना चाहिए ना, 65 तक अलाउड है ना. ट्वेंटी फाइव 7 rupees. So you have to zoom this, the premium and the coverage. The coverage is used and the premium is less. The next one, I'll stretch it to 10 crores. The maximum the insurance company can give is up to 100 crores. Now in this case, his age is 40 और वो 3 लाख का प्रीमियम भर रहा है, 10 कोटी का कवरेज है. 10 कोटी एक साल के लिए कितना है? एक साल के लिए है 3 रुपया ना. 20 साल के लिए है 6 रुपया और 25 साल के लिए होगा वही 7.5 रुपया आएगा. बराबर है. वहां पे देखिए, वहां पे लिखा है अर्ली एग्जिट. वो जो मैं बताया ना, वो तो गुड न्यूज है, राइट. So when you are presenting it to the person, you should also see that you are focusing on the premium which is paid. So 7.5. It is 7 rupees 50 paise. And then again the premium has to be compared to the income he is getting. That is also important. But compared to because he is owning a property of 10 crores by paying a premium of only, right, 9 lakhs for 25 years. Whatever. 30 lakhs, right? So that is important. Early exit. Early exit, as I showed, if the maturity age is 65 and 75, he can quit at the age of 61, 62, 63 or 70, 71, 72, 73, 74 and take the entire premium back and the coverage is removed. And that he has a liberty to take because by the time his next generation is ready to take on this business, provided his business is profitable, provided his business is in it has a good valuation and provided because the next generation will take only when your business is able to sustain in the long run. That is important. So sustainability and goodwill is also important to run the business. Now comes the last part, the solvency ratio. Now this is regarding BALIC, Tata, iPro, HDFC Maximum. The solvency ratio, all these are given, and compared to that, the BALIC is 432%. Solvency ratio is the ability to pay the liability in case of what is the asset you are having to pay the liability. For a liability of 100, the asset which is BALIC is having is 432%. The cushion is very, very high. 432% is 400 times. Whereas in the other case of person, it is marginally above 100, that is 77%, 91%, 87%, and 72%. So here also, Bajaj Life Insurance is on the top notch. This is a previous, means this is the earlier slides, but even if you check it today, it will be around about same percentage. Next. My thanks to all those who have attended, and the only thing which I can say is get set and go, because for doing a keyman insurance and employer-employee insurance, if you are if you are an insurance agent, you should be a super specialist like an MD, and you should be prepared with all your kits before you go to the customer. His customer's profile should have been run, and his financial statement you should have done the homework before you go to him, and never go alone as an insurance advisor or a recruiter. You have to go with the team of the company. It can be a business development manager for the product, or it can be a branch manager for the holistic approach for the documentation part. Never go alone. And one more thing I would like to share is, apart from the document, you have to see you should be the primary underwriter before the underwriter of the insurance company comes into the picture. Before the insurance company's underwriter comes into the picture, you have to play the role of the underwriter. You have to see the key man person whose life is going to be covered, whether he's healthy, and whether if it is not healthy, whether he's a smoker or a drinker, and that has to be established primarily. So that what happens is once you give his proposal, and suppose if there is on a health ground, the premium is loaded or it goes up, then there's every chances that the entity who is willing to go for the insurance company may back up. So before that only, you should tactfully and skillfully ask the keyman's health insurance status, whether he's an owner or an employee. Health insurance status has to be established. You have to play the role of a primary underwriter, and once the underwriter comes into being with your documents in hand, they will be able to pass on the proposal as early as possible. Right? And this is the presentation, but with that, I would like to keep the session open, right? And every day, every week at the same time, we do the webinar presentation. And repetition is the mother of all skill. And every time when I make the presentation, something value added, which I feel I get out of the presentation. That is what I have learned. And employer insurance also is my forte. And for the next 40 days, I'll be meeting many chartered accountants, and also in the process, I'll be meeting many businessmen who are my income tax clients. And I'll be pitching this the importance of the Cayman insurance, because this is my niche also. And with this, I leave the forum open for discussion. If you have any question in mind, please answer. Please shoot, so that it will be helpful for me to have a better learning.
Thank you, sir. No question. Thank you. Thank you. It was a wonderful training.
I wind up the PPT. The concluding remark is the potentiality for insurance is so vast and so humongous. So, and what we are doing is we are we are we are connected to the company. The company is always in the system, right? The company is already in the system. They have the system, and they have the product which is passed by IRDA, and that is IRDA, Insurance Regulation and Development Act. That the phase of regulation is over, and now the phase of development is zooming. So we have a huge role to play. There is still a lot of illiteracy among the people. We have to make aware, and it may take the time, but we also have to improve our skill. It may take time, it may take 1 year or 2 years, but we go in the market with better skill, as our Prism Academy founder says, our presentation should be a sadhana. When we make a presentation, it should be a sadhana, so that the other person objection which he is having in the mind is already addressed even before you start speaking. And once that is there, your team will address upon the product and the documentation part of it. And the closure, always be on the closure. That is what our founder says, always be on the closure. And Sridharan sir, if you are listening to me today, I would request you. I would request that on ITRA Championship, when there is a 2-day session, you should give me the opportunity to speak on one of the topics.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Because in Kapoli somehow it was in the Nasik I addressed it. In Kapoli I couldn't address it because my health was not good. But now I'm quite okay. And in Baroda session also, I couldn't get an opportunity to speak on a topic, because mines is a topic which is covers taxation as well as insurance, both, right? And that will be a value addition to the clients, value addition to our participants. Because what happens is, I have been a teacher for 25 years, so I can bring that depth and width also in my talks. And
Sure,
that
sir. I will discuss with Ami, sir.
right. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you,
So,
sir. Thank you.
I hope my presentation was okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very good. Nice presentation.
And any flaw or any
No, nothing. No
feedback.
flaws, sir. Wonderful
Okay.
session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And to now at 7 o'clock, I'm having another meeting.
Okay.
I'm going to have a personal meeting. Personal meeting means I'm going for a marriage where I will meet people, and I overtly or covertly I open this topic whenever I get a chance.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
every opportunity, even in a marriage or in a personal meeting or in a meeting, formal meeting, I take the opportunity.
Nice, sir.
Okay, sir. And even you can do the business, sir. Don't be shy, sir.
No, I am business. I do business insurance also.
Yes, sir.
I
Okay,
had a
sir.
lot of business insurance.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
I will